Hello Scrapper Names fans, welcome back to another video. This one is for my design team for Use Your Stuff, the challenge blog. This week's challenge was to use vellum. Now you can use that on a layout, you can make cards, you can do off the page stuff. It just needs to have vellum. So I'm using this beautiful picture of my daughter and my niece, both absolutely gorgeous. Then yes, I'm probably biased, but hey, why not? Right, so my use of vellum is going to be some interesting ways this time. First and foremost, I'm adding a nice soft background to my photo here using some vellum. The paper I've got there, I really quite like actually. It's a 7 Dots Studio paper that I actually got in my Colour Blast kit in February. And I still had some left over, and yeah, I don't know, I think it's a stunning piece of paper. It's different, and that's why I wanted to use it to see if I could make it work, and I did. So as I said, I've added that soft layer with the vellum just because, you know, the girls are smiling beautifully. It just adds that. I always say this now, that vellum seems to add a real different kind of layer to things. Like, it just adds a softness. Then I've decided to tie in the yellow that's in that background there. I've decided to add a really small layer of this yellow cardstock. Yellow's not a colour I seem to use very often in my scrapbooking, but I thought it was a really good way just to tie in that splash of yellow on the background paper. And it really makes the photo pop from that background where it's a bit darker, the darker pinks and the black and things like that. So I'm just trying to see whether or not this paper would work. Again, it's a 7 Dots Studio one that came in the February Colour Blast kit. I wanted to make sure it wasn't too dark, and so you lose the photo then a little bit to the background. But no, it added a really nice pinky kind of layer, and I was going to leave where I've got that ripped sort of effect at the top. I kind of liked it, and then you'll see shortly I kind of don't, and I've cut it off. But that's okay. So some things I did off camera, just because I can see them there and I'll explain it. I did some stamping on some vellum, and then fussy cut them out. So what you can see to the right there are actually two stamped images of two little girls, you know, character kind of ones. So I've stamped them with some black ink, and I have cut them out. Now, word of advice, I didn't think it would be too much of an issue if I let it dry, but the Versamark ink was still, I mean, I'd made them before I even started the layout, so it was a bit still smudgy, which was a bit annoying. So note to self and to you guys, if you're doing it, use StazOn ink because it dries really quick, and you don't get that smudgy black-like effect. So that was my only problem with this layout, is that didn't quite go according to plan. In saying that, you probably wouldn't even notice it. You probably will now because I told you, but that's okay. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Oh, stamping. So I did some, I think I did some background stamping using that Kaiser Craft stamp. It's got some scripty font sort of thing on it. I just thought it went really well. I think on the layout too, let me have a look. I think it's here still. Oh no, there it is. Hang on. Yeah, there's some scripty font on it anyway, on the layout, like on the background paper, and I just added some more to it. It's that real, you know, it just looks real kind of almost vintagey, you know, girly kind of look. Now, I do mount my photos, you can see, with some craft foam, just to bring it up off that darker background. I thought would be a better idea. So as I said, this is for the Use Your Stuff challenge blog this week. If you're not familiar with it and I've stumbled across this video, I'm part of the design team for the challenge blog. I will link their blog page in the description box below. Pop by and check it out. It's a really good way to use your stuff. So we have challenges each week, so they're weekly challenges. And as I said, you can do layouts, you can do pocket page, you can do off the page, you can do cards, whatever your creative fancy is. And yeah, just go in and participate in the challenges just to use up some stuff and keep that creative mojo flowing. I've been part of the design team there for a little while now, actually. It's been good. So yeah, just adding that, and I use the StazOn ink with this because I learnt. Whilst the Versamark, or Versafine, sorry, not Versamark, the Versafine one I was using is great to really capture those finer stamped images, it sort of is a bit smudgy on parts. So as I said, it didn't. Yeah, I nearly chucked them and then I thought, no, they'll be fine, don't be particular if you can help it. And actually looking at the layout now, you can't really tell because the vellum sort of images are in the background on the background paper more. Now I do a lot of, I think, my own embellishments here and grab some embellishments that have been sitting around for a little while. And I go with some florally, soft, girly kind of things. So like, you know, flowers and butterflies and all that beautiful stuff. Now I'm not adding glue to the top, I'm merely just trying to smoosh the glue out so it's not all wrinkled and clumpy underneath. But as I said, I had trouble because of the ink. But anyway, that's what it is. Now just playing around, I think, with some more embellishments. And as I said, I do a few little ones of my own, and then I really do use embellishments that are in my stash that have either been lying around in my little tub of randomness, or that were sticker sheets that were sitting in my stash, in my little sticker sheet box. So I really was using up my stash. This Love die cut word is actually part of the February Colour Blast kit. It was left over from, I hadn't done the layout to use it, but that's all right, I'm using it here. Just fussy cutting that out a little bit. Yeah, so I made sure the vellum was there, but tucked away in that one, that word. And I picked up these scissors, FYI, Aussie Chicks. I think they're from Kmart. And they're only a couple of bucks, but they're really small, fine, and really sharp scissors. So they're really good for fussy cutting. I'm not the best fussy cutter. I don't actually like it, mainly because my scissors are, you know, the big bulky ones, so they don't always cut really well. But yeah, so I just, if you're looking for something, you know, for fussy cutting, there are a couple of bucks in the craft aisle at Kmart. So just working on some little clusters around my photo. I just want to make sure that they're sitting right, because they are chipboard, so they do have a bit of dimension to them. I didn't want them being some big sort of bulky eyesore kind of thing on the page. So those, what you can see on the left here of all those embellishments are ones I just brought from a garage sale, like scrapping garage sale site, and they came like that with a couple of other big sticker sheets. I didn't just get those, so I've just had them spread this particular day on my desk because I hadn't worked out where I was going to put them, if I was going to sort them by colour, blah blah blah. So they're there to be used, obviously. So I do pull a few bits and pieces out of there, and as I said, some sticker sheets. I think one of the sticker sheets is a Maggie Holmes one. What collection, I cannot remember, but it is an older one. Yeah, I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, so, or maybe it's Chasing Dreams. Is it Chasing Dreams? Don't know. Anyway, so yeah, mix and match of a few bits and bobs. Deciding what I want to continue. I was conscious of the fact that because of the way the background is with all the different, like the colours and the splattering and whatnot, and then there was obviously some already scripty font, and then I stamped it. I didn't want it to look too busy, so I went with some smaller clusters and not an overabundance of embellishments on the page, just because, you know, my thing is to really embellish. I can go a little bit cray-cray with the embellishments, let's be honest. I'm probably not the only one. But yes, so I made sure on this one it wasn't too embellished, because I just didn't want it to not work out. Now I'm going to work on a title. So this was a bit tricky. I wasn't sure what, again, I ended up picking the white stickers, and you'll see a chipboard word here. This is from, I think, the Bohemian Dream collection by Coco Vanilla Studio. I love these. So I end up using that, and I do fuss around here as to where I want it to go, because I worked out I was going to do the title, which is Beautiful Girls. Now I'm going to use those smaller white foam thickers you saw me playing with just a minute ago, and then this chipboard word. The white, I think, is perfect with that darker background, but trying to figure out whether or not I wanted to do the title just across the top, like stepped away from each other sort of thing, whatever, or not. So then this is what I decided to do. So, you know, nothing too fancy. I did realise that the foam thickers I am using actually have a layer of stuck adhesive on them at the top, so you can actually like decorate them. So you can put glitter or something like that, or I don't know, I might try embossing actually. When I use them again, I might try embossing them. I might do that on my next project and see how it goes. But I didn't actually realise that, and I didn't realise it when I brought them. I just liked the font. I liked that they were white, so I just brought them, and then I've just literally just realised when I was doing this that they have another layer, and when I read them, the cover properly, I was like, oh yeah. So yes, has anyone got these stickers, these white sticky sort of alpha stickers? If you do, can you let me know how they go? Leave me a comment as to how they work with, you know, brightening them up, like decorating them, I guess. Again, just adding some more florals just so they look very pretty. Some vellum there again. What else? Oh yes, so again, this paper that I'm using is some scraps left from a previous layout I did using the Colour Blast Feb kit, and I'm just going to stamp using StazOn this time, ink, these little butterflies that come in that stamp set. I think you would have just seen the Coco Vanilla one. Might be more than words, maybe, can't remember now. But yeah, so I fussy cut those out. I don't make you watch this tedious process of me cutting them out. And then I back them again on the vellum. So when I've used vellum, obviously I've used it in subtle ways in this layout. I've seen some of the design teams, other design team members' projects, and seen the different ways in which they've used vellum, which is really cool actually. Some have used cards and things like that. But as I said, I will leave a link in the description box for you to check it out. Now this post will go up as a bit of a bonus post this week. So if you're a regular to my channel, you will see that usually I try and post Tuesdays and Fridays, and maybe if I get lucky, somewhere in between an extra one, and that's what I've done today. So you will see this at some point during the week, so you can actually have a go. Yeah, if you want to have a bit of a go at it as well. This washi is from a little Aussie company, Aussie business, Scrapping Fun Kits, which I've guest designing for in May actually, which is a bit exciting, using their May kit. This one is actually from their February kit, which was sort of a bit Valentine's Day-ish. Now this washi didn't work so well on that. It was a very subtle addition as opposed to something really sort of stand out in your face kind of colours. But that's cool. It made the effect I was happy with. So again, another little cluster of embellishments. Nothing too bold and, you know, huge. I did find with these old stickers, these chipboard stickers, that the adhesive didn't stay stuck. So actually when I went to move the layout after I'd filmed, some of the pieces actually fell off. So I actually had to go back on it and use just like the craft glue to stick them all back on. So I didn't realise that, I mean, I've only had them probably in my stash, I think only a year. I don't think it's been too long. And they're in a shelf, so they're not in the sun or anything, but the adhesive's gone a little bit on it. So just again, another FYI for you, if you've got some old chipboard stickers, double check that their adhesive is nice and strong so you don't lose all your bits and pieces. And I did that little banner is using my little diamond press die cut machine. And I think I use it, what's that, just to journal the date on. Yes, because I do some journaling actually on the cardstock. There we go. And pop it up with a little bit of foam tape just to get it to stand out a little bit in the corner there. Now I think that's done. So as I said, I journaled on that right hand side of the page. I did have to be careful that I didn't go over any of the scripty font, and it's still a little bit dark, but the layout is complete. So here are my close-ups. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this extra video this week, and I will see you next time. Be sure to check out the Use Your Stuff challenge blog, link in the description box. See you later.